Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
God. Let's go to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that we will. Peace, blessings, and salutations goes to the elect. Somewhere from the Gms camp, right? Come to, do another weekly works as we does always do. The weekly ministry. Today, Thursday,
Third.
Fourth.
No, the
So
third.
call it Independence Day.
Today is the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth.
Oh shucks, my bad.
4th of July.
Fourth, yeah. So tonight is the big fireworks.
Fireworks in the States. It should go down and that our next fireworks we elect to see coming soon. The night will become the prophesy about the fireworks of America.
Oh, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, man.
Ultimate fireworks, which is what we elect with and see. Revelation 21. Sure.
This is Revelation chapter 15 verse 1. And it says here, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God. Verse 2 it says here, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God.
And that is the elect when they get the salvation.
That's right.
And that they will be outside the earth's atmosphere, looking down on the earth and seeing the destruction taking place. The destruction of the United States of America, that fireworks which will be ultimately happening by them thermonuclear missiles.
Job 5 and 19 says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
No evil in one touch the elect. Because why? Don't tell them Psalms 91 and 1. So you go get that.
I have one for you too. This is Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Land of America, not the whole planet Earth. Like I see what they talk about, the whole man said the whole earth is going to be blown to smithereens. and he stand on it too. He come forward and stand on it. I said, oh. What I'm talking about now, where I get that doctrine about the earth going to be blown to smithereens?
Christian doctrine.
But I supposed to be smarter than they come from one west, but then again,
No. IUIC supposed to be as they are. As they are, the opposition.
Yeah.
Alright. This is Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? It said Babylon, not the whole world, right?
Sure.
It says, and when you talk about the Chaldees and going to the witchcraft, because Babylon is the whore that sits upon the beast, which you know is NATO and the EU, that causes the nations to drink of the wine of her fornication. This is why she's going to be what? Punished. Right? The scriptures talk about the altar. Babylon itself, America, is that great altar. Right? And the people is the what? Is the fuel for the fire.
That's right.
Right? It says, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
We see that when we go, like, we search up Sodom and Gomorrah, we'll see them playing in like ashes. You know? So he lead that example back then. And that's the example of how America going to be. So Peter talk about it. I'm plugging our
Example, America is just a big example of how not, just like Egypt for the Israelites was an example of what not to do when they go into this land, when they go into the land, that promised land. Egypt was basically a big example of what not to do. This is not how to live. This is the end result of living this life. Sodom and Gomorrah as well. And America too is an example. Right.
2 Peter 2:6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
An example.
Yeah, porn will start hip hop. Porn TikTok porn, any one of them social media. Porn OnlyFans, porn. And they will see all the abomination. Because what? You know what? They carry that filth. They carry that spirit of that filth into these different nations. Where you have Arabs doing it now. Right? You had the porn star Mia Khalifa. She was approached, she was young, she was lost, so called. And she came across America. She's working in California. Right, and she was approached by Edomite. She said a white man approached her and said, come, she's beautiful, come and model. And next thing she knows, she was in film in the industry. And for all her fame and for all the videos that she had done, she get what, like $1,200? She get nothing. That's what she said, she get next to nothing. If nothing. You understand? So she was exploited. It's all well and good. All well and good. You have Elamites. You know, you have Moabites, you have all these nations in porn. Right? Why? Because America pushed that vibration.
Right? So in that category where they're doing the same sex activities.
Yeah.
You understand? Even recently, Kamala Harris, the vice president of America, she went to Ghana to try to influence them to basically put laws in place to protect people that are homosexual.
And they say, get the fuck out of here.
So that's Babylon trying to continue to spread that wine that they have been spreading.
Imagine his son Edom learned that from Ham. And Ham saying, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Ham. It was Jake. Because Obama do the same thing. Remember Obama was do ask, don't tell and all that kind of thing. Obama went and he was pushing him more. When Obama came in office, it was the most homosexuality being pushed around the world.
When did he pass it? He didn't pass that.
He passed it that, you know,
Homosexuals
free and all that shit in the army and all that. In the army, he's the first gay black president.
Shit. And that's why, as just read prophecy, Babylon has to be destroyed just like just as he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That place is going to be destroyed. Because it was the example was set. When you commit fornications, and they send fire on you. That's where the Most High set in the earth. So these nations didn't learn. America didn't learn the vibration of our people is in the same vibration that was in ancient Sodom. And that's why when you go into the prophecy in Revelation 11th chapter, it talks about two witnesses being brought into a place spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is aka Babylon or aka America. Because that is the land today that is in that heavy spirit of Sodom. This word Sodom actually goes into burning. And when they're burning in their lust, and then ultimately one towards each other, as they say in Romans 1, and then ultimately the Lord is going to physically burn them. Fuel for the fire. And that's as the brother was going into initially, that's the fireworks we waited to see. To hell with your July the 4th fireworks tonight. We don't want to see that. The fireworks we want to see is what Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai is setting up today with them. You see them big toys, them big rockets.
Yeah. Launching machine.
Launching machine. You understand? Recently too had an old man in it. I forgot the superstar's name. But inside his home, one of his friends, he had a big what do you call that, a room where he had one set of firework equipment. Apparently, It's for tonight. But his friend came and lit one inside the room, and now his whole
All of
house
them
on
shoot
fire.
up.
Kai Senat, the
Senat.
TikToker, yeah.
Kai Senat.
Yeah.
Kai Senat.
It's a Jake, yeah. He partner come here. If you see how much, if you see how whole the room full up. But here the thing, the trick, what they're saying, they're claiming that this Edomite Mr. Beast,
Right.
Mr. Beast, you know he does like he like to build rooms and everything. So they build a room like a replica like Kaisen had room.
Okay.
And
okay.
the thing of that, so they make it look
A
like
show,
Kaisen
a
had
show.
yeah, they put on a show. That's what they're claiming, but we go
It's
see
still
sooner
a
or
woman.
later. It's
House,
still a
on, the
woman.
house on fire as it was there. And that's what's gonna happen to that whole land. We're gonna catch on fire. The fireworks gonna go off.
Yeah.
And the nation that the Lord is going to use to do that is our main nation, Russia today, that is active in it. With the best firework equipment that, on the earth, the Russians have it.
Satan too sad, man.
Okay.
And if I'm mistaken, he didn't intend to rob the house, he intended to light the fireworks for the celebration.
Yeah.
Just like how Esau and them intend to shoot on the next partner. And them partners intend they want to kill our next nation before it come back to them, but the Most High Yahweh Shemashai have a grand plan.
But that was a big failure as well if they wanted to put on a show with fireworks, because when the fireworks go off, all they see is smoke, the whole room will just smoke out. They didn't see nothing.
That orange or
Yeah.
kind of.
It's Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
So like I must mention, apart from the nukes, the Lord coming with fire. That's going to add to the fireworks too. He said he coming with fire. So who knows what kind of fire the Lord is really going to... We know that there's the laser beam, but them chariots, they're able to do things to blow your mind. Right? So who knows if the Lord could make his own nukes when he comes. Form his own nukes, generate his own nukes.
As I say that, the scripture in 2 Let's say what? Heaven shall bless the food by the heat. Right? And that's what happened in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. He lit the elements of fire, brimstone and fire. So sulfur. Sulfur was the stones. When they like the stones, it has the smell of methane and the color blue, like sulfur.
To this day, they say they have some of them still.
Yeah, they show it on YouTube. You know, they dig the soil and they have the sulfur balls.
The balls.
Right? So.
Watch out about WhatsApp recently, where the chariot sent out a rocket, shoot it up. Well, it wasn't a big rocket, but it just smoke and sent out a rocket from. I just make a rocket, just a pay with some smoke and shoot up. And in a plane, so a Chinese plane just view from the plane and it fly off. So, they could bring rockets.
That could be one of the supplication. Because none of the Lord chariots ever show any propulsion like smoke now.
So that speed that they go, you see they go what moving, they're telling you define gravity or the physics, and because nothing could move like that. And then when it take off, they tell you how much miles it take off with, they're not with that kind of speed.
We've seen it. The stage is being set today. Now the prophets saw it back then. They would have said, country from the north, give you little indications, but today it's being made plain. They have a BRICS confederacy in the earth today, spearheaded by the nation Russia, right? Which was formerly known as what the USSR, right? They had a USSR confederacy back then. That the Lord put hooks in their jaw, right, and brought them back to that Cold War state, a Cold War spirit, right? Revived that Cold War. Even confederacies that was back in the Cold War is here again today. If we go back to the time of the Cold War, there was a great confederacy between China and Russia. And then they had the Sino-Soviet split, and then look today what's happening. China and Russia back again. So we see the hooks really in the jaws. To what the prophecy said. From the north, an assembly of nations. So the Lord gathering nations, putting his spirit on kings and the presidents, right? Different rulers in different countries or different continents to come against this land, to come against America, to burn them with fire.
Is 2 Ezra 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. It says a sword is sent among you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench a fire in the stubble when it began to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Fire shall go forth from his rod, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? And you know, those last three verses are important for like right now with this hurricane.
Yes, yeah.
Right? You had the Jamaicans, they party, but that's Jacob around because we had curfew parties, COVID, on a coup. You understand? Jake will find a way to play. You rise up in the morning and play. That's Exodus 32 and 6. Right? They did that in the time of what? Moses, when Moses went up to get the commandments and the first 5 books. Right? The secret of the times. When Moses went up on a mount and they didn't see Moses, hey, what they do? They went and they raised Aaron and said, Aaron, make us a god. Aaron none the wise or none Aaron didn't resist. Aaron wanted to do that. Take up the gold and the earrings, right? And made a golden calf and built an altar for them to go and worship. Right? And what they rose up their plane. Right? It's the same thing. Now in the midst of that hurricane there, that Cat 5 that just hit Jamaica, right? There was the whirlwind, which we know that the Lord dwelt in the midst of the whirlwind. Right? The book of Nahum tell you that too. Right? They saw what? They saw lightnings. They saw lightnings. Right? They saw lightnings. But what they do? They was frolicking. Right? They was being lewd on outrageous in the streets. So if they say a shameless woman shall be called a dog in the streets. So if you call them bitches, they're mad. They strike the back with you. You understand? But that's what it is. They're out in the streets, behaving like hooligans. Right? But guess what? If they were mindful, the ship they said all this they were not mindful for the score, just what the Most High had said. That's what 2nd Ezra 16 and 19. Right? They were not mindful for the score, just like the Most High had said. The scripture say all this was scourge just for amendment. All the scourges were a whip. Right? A whip. Years ago we had the hurricane in the Bahamas. And that woman, she lament. I remember when they catch that woman, when they get they got internet, she do that interview on the phone. When she get rescued, she go in Abuko. You understand? She's talking about all the people that would pile up in the churches. They pile up in the church and they end up dead in the church, in the pews. That Jesus Christ didn't save them. Right? They went to the so-called house of God, and the house of God didn't save them. They died right there.
Now what happening even so, I believe happening right now, or probably ended, but recent times, the Hajj.
Yeah,
thousands of them
dead.
dying.
So they God failed. Now what the Lord said, what the idols, he gonna throw down the idols of Egypt. Right? So the strength that they think they had in the gods of Egypt, gods of Babylon, gods of Asia, gods of Syria, gods of Sodom, gods of Gomorrah, gods of all these gods, they're gonna fail. The Lord throwing them down. Right? Because they're not saving you, you're dying in the worship of your God. Right? But in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the power of Israel, the power of the Bible, he say you have life. Right? All them that believe unto him are alive this day. Right? They that are baptized unto Yahushai, they baptized unto his death, but they that live in him are alive this day.
The book of 1 Corinthians 10 and 7. It says, neither be ye idolaters, as it is written. As it were with some of them, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play.
They rose up to play. Right? Neither be ye idolaters. That's one of the great sins of America. Right? Idolatry. Every idolatry. Right? You have in Manhattan, you have a brazen bull. Right in Manhattan, the financial city of America. Right? New York, you have a brazen bull. Sure, you know it represents Egypt. The gods of Egypt. Money. Right? You had years ago, I think it was the Chrysler building. they light up the Chrysler building in the image of Kali,
Kali, yeah.
God of War.
Yeah, that's right.
And this most recent time they put some like shit on one of them tall skyscrapers too.
Another form of idolatry is them different statues and
Can.
waxes, like what happened with Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
See what happened with Abraham Lincoln?
No.
His head was up, you know that upright wax they had?
I know the wax, I know the one we say, no.
Yeah, on the chair.
Yeah,
Right? And he have an upright, stout look.
yeah.
The head right now, melt back, the sun melt back.
Honest ape. Because they always call him honest ape. Right?
Yeah, because
Like how them Italian and them design George Godfather and things. They die old age, they just rock back on them things. And dead.
Like something what happened to Eli, right?
Yep.
I'm breaking neck.
I'm breaking neck, yeah.
These are, I had a precept.
Yeah, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and reading at verse 8. So, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto power. And that's something these Christians don't understand.
Yeah.
That
He hates abomination.
and the abominable.
And the abominable.
All those that commit the abomination, he hates you too. That's what it just said that here. It says, for the ungodly, that is you people that worshiping idols, you're praying to Jesus, you're praying to Allah, you're praying to Selassie, anything outside of Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, you're praying to, you are considered ungodly.
Once you're Israelite. Once you're Israelite. You hear that can worship whatever.
They're ungodly still.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lord going and take the kingdom from them
That's right.
and put them into slavery.
That's right.
Put them under the righteous order where all the idols going to be abolished and they're going to have to serve Yahweh Basham Yahushua.
That's right.
Right? For all the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto power. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it.
So the Lord not going to spare. He's not going to say, I hate the sinner, not the sinner. Because he make it a sin. No. He required all men to repent.
It is verse. Verse 11 it says, therefore even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation.
Yeah, so you see that big crucifixion in Brazil? See, them islands like around the Philippines and them places, them get hit with storms most recently. When they look into the islands, right? I think it was in the Philippines, Peru too.
7.2.
Right, there is idols that they worshiping. Right, I think the one in the Philippines, when they went into it, they had one of the biggest Hindu fucking temples ever. You understand? Plenty of them places is heavy idols. And if you ever been in them places, like they had 80-foot fucking Hanuman.
right down here, yeah.
When they go, when they go down there, the energy airy because it's not right.
It have one going down Diego Martin side too.
Yeah, there's up in Bagatelle.
Yeah, it have one a big piece of shit.
In the corner on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Most against you people because these people celebrate birthdays and like the highest satanic holiday. You celebrating your birth, you calling yourself a god.
Idolatry.
Like biggest idolatry, you calling yourself a god. And you is no god. The scripture said Egypt let them is not men. I mean there's no god, there's men.
That's just flesh.
And the Lord how much, as scripture says Psalm 9:16, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executes. You know how much death have been in the street. You know, you're paying attention now. You're observing the judgments of the Lord. And what the Lord shows what he likes from what he dislikes through his judgments. You know how much judgments came upon people on their birthday? You know how much death, you know how much videos I had to do because people died on their birthday? Where's the point? Why people dying on their birthday?
I no coincidence.
Why the one who in charge of giving and taking life, like scripture says, unto our power belongs what? The issues from death.
And for you say that he knew he was an Israelite?
Yeah, he said that.
So why he died? I mean, not like we input this, that because we know we're Israelites, because some of us going to be martyrs, right? Literal, getting our heads chopped off from the truth, right? Not to say that we're going to be immortal just because we know. But what I say,
a sin.
Wages of sin is death. So that when the Lord say what? When they shall say, Lord, Lord, and now they, the Lord, will say them dreadful words, get me healthy because of iniquity. I know they not. Because at the end of the day, you wasn't conformed to the image of Yahushua. You know, the scripture you like to bring, or the words you like to bring about that when Yahushua comes, he wants to see himself in you. Right? Because these people are not about that, they're about destiny. Alright. Next part, next big thing. Alright, next big thing is that back in the 80s, in the 90s, 80s, 70s, it was an identity crisis, and you know they hold on to what? Afrocenturism. You say that? Right? 70s. Right? Afro combs, bell bottom pants. You know, you had some form of Afrocentric identity. Right? Then the Nation of Islam, all these different things come. Where the Lord said, you know, it will be as though your conscience saying to hot irons because the Lord choose different illusions for Jake to get up underneath. Right?
Back to the shadow of Egypt too.
Right?
The Hamitic way.
Yeah.
Going into all that Egyptian man is like the Hamitic way. Kemet and all of that. Kemet. Where does it? You ask a Kemet, where does the word Kemet come from? What does the word? I saw that happen. I believe it was the elders and apostles. I think they either asked Polite or another Egyptologist or another Kemet. What does the word Kemet? He wasn't even able to answer. What does the word Kemet come from? The word Kemet goes back to the word Ham. Or Ham. Going back to Ham is a Hamitic type of vibration. Kemetic. Ham. Going back to Ham. Meaning hot. So they don't even know what it means. Or people, they just follow after vain things. That's what the scripture says. Under every green tree, they're like lost sheep. That's what the scripture says. They're like lost sheep.
Which represent prosperity. So like, remember years ago I was saying the fruits man, when he used to be in Europe, right? When he initially went to Europe, fruits man used to be against us. Or the Muslims better than all of them. At least the Muslims was feeding. Just feeding people. People too. We need feeding. But the scripture says we worthy of that. You know? Provide another post, more script. Right? Or I think they'll change their shoes too. Right? But just you know, the servant is worthy of the office. How we can get that in Matthew 13.
Have a precept? Precept here, Romans chapter 11 and verse 7, just a tie into what the Aqua is talking about there. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So that time into the rest that had been blinded, they can't see this truth. They can't understand what it is that is required of them for that salvation. So they will be in that delusion that the Aqua is talking about.
They're blinded. The Lord sent angels on the earth to blind them. And how the angels operate, right? One of the ways angels operate is by working on, as you see in the scripture, right? They come and they seal the instruction while you're sleeping. So an angel will go to a man, if a mass of people is to be deceived in this area or in this country, the angel will go to that man, work on his mind, give him some bright idea, and also give him, well, the finance to fund his bright idea, like Malachi, Zeok, and all these type of guys, and educate them. These spirits will be working with them to educate them, to learn certain words, to learn certain ways and sorcery and seductions, to then go out there now and blind the masses. How to be blinded? With that deception. This is how these angels work too. By working on the mind of people to then work on the mind of other people.
The blind leading the blind.
The blind leading the blind. Setting up leaders that is going to cause them to err. Because the unbelieving have to find something to keep them occupied.
But this guy just say Samuel Stafford, it is die for not no stand up for something. All you know that phrase, but he does he say?
If it I know the same way, if it don't stand for something, it will fall for anything.
Yeah, something so he does, I don't know it, but that was time to what he does he say.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 11 says here, it says he had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work The closer I make it from the beginning to the end.
The heart is the mind. When different worldly concepts and beliefs and traditions of men, set that in their mind. Them focus on that. Let them think about that. Keep them occupied in that.
If I may add to Bob Marley, Bob Marley statement, and Bob Marley was recognized as one of the most conscious, positive, so-called Jamaican artists of all time, and he was a fool, nothing but a fool, because yeah, what he said, most people think that great God will not come from the sky and make everyone feel high. And if they know what life is worth, they will look for yours on earth. Line up exactly where it is. But every day, set the world in your heart, because if them looking up at this man, there's the foolishness coming out of his mouth. We're moth and rust. You looking to lay up your kingdom, we're moth and rust, we're corrupt, and we are a thief could come in and steal. You have to hire guards, you have to have a camera system. You within yourself are danger, because if they catch you straight and the guards, the bodyguards, and they don't have your firearm or whatnot around you, you could lose your life. We on much bigger things than this. We on immortality, we on everlasting life, we on a kingdom where people wouldn't even think to come up against us.
It says Isaiah 66 and 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that which I delighted not. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Yahweh be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
I line up with the Sirach chapter 2, where it says you shall get a reward at the last end, because most people, as me and the brother Amon was talking, them looking at we, and right now we don't have the physical manifestation of the power and the wealth that we possess. But that is not for now. The scripture says you're gonna receive that reward at the last end. You can't receive your pay before you work.
Can't do that.
Yeah, but in a sense, because when men come against you, we pray or put curse, and we see judgment is coming. Big power right there, like real power.
Yeah.
Because these men out here, them don't have that access.
Can.
You understand? They have no hedge, they have no protection when things come to them. You see a man skin out by a grocery, he get gunned down. No protection. You understand? We fully protected.
And watch this. Now, here how the Lord has sent them strong delusions too. It have a so-called gang leader from up by we. The strike at him for the 4th or the 5th time, and only grazing him. Only grazing him, and the talk around the tongue, you know, the Jamaican slang right now, buzu, fully buzu. What they use it right now in the bad world. You're familiar with that terminology? Yeah, it's what we are basically do sorcery term. Experience in monk. Yeah. So people believe that he and probably the sorcerer that he going to, because this is the 4th time I try to kill him, and they're not killing him as the Lord already, so there's a delusion. He becoming a pillar of hope for the rest of them who live in that life. Because they say, nah, but man only saying by way, but this man ain't dying at all. Yeah. But when the works of iniquity, Psalms is 92 or 81 out of them, when the works of iniquity do it flourish. And yeah, that is when they shall be destroyed forever.
It was already with the asshole, yeah?
Yeah.
That is just it.
And I like what said when Alexis Robocop, he was well bunked up, well guard up. His mother was a Baptist. He wasn't dying to nothing. And my cousin, he come and tell me, boy, I didn't see Robo, guard up, I go and guard up. I said, boy, don't do that madness. I'm talking to Christianity. I said, don't do that madness, boy. I said, at the end, you will fucking die. I said, boy, much time they come at you and he dead. He said, I go and take. I see him spilling here and getting beat with fucking, one kind of bush, spilling in here naked. I said, boy, I tell you, don't go and do that fucking shuffleness, boy. A month after he dead.
He was lucky.
Young fool.
The scripture says, and we not.
Their judgment is fire on you. That's what I'm giving you because of iniquity.
That's what I'm saying.
Or the work of iniquity.
So therefore,
Well,
Psalm 92 and verse 6. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever.
then we not go the workers of iniquity and choose none of his ways.
The oppressor.
Yeah, we not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Because he was oppressing his people too.
I say one of my he's our oppressor because he recruit little young youths
And
who
them
struggling. Yeah. And he letting them die. Do all the dirty work and he not going and he living and the little fools and them who falling into the trap dying. So he's our oppressor.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Spirits and them. I look at it like this. Them spirits how they get the blood when they come for the blood of them. They just take your blood.
Because he offering up that.
You're fine up there. Because every youth man around this one, there is a lot of them, a lot of youth men around this man just get bullet for no reason and thing. And easy main target.
Yeah.
And the spiritual aspect of it is that it's not for no reason.
Well, yeah.
Yes, the
Spiritual aspect is
spiritual
not for
aspect
no
of it is not for no reason. These are these little nigglets.
Yeah, the Lord want them judgment
You
there.
don't know how to judge these guys.
No one perisheth innocent.
God.
But you understand what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that is not
Them in the can't.
yeah.
These men come for.
They come for he, but he making them die.
We had one like that in my neighborhood, didn't we? He outlived a plenty of the youth men and eventually they catch him.
They must catch him.
Yeah, he was living in the apartment on the top floor. So what them youth men and them do, them youth men and them went on the roof and do all kind of thing for he to come outside on his balcony. He didn't even so go outside. He said just come on his balcony when he feel he's safe. And he sit down in the balcony pulling on there and somebody just come down, pop, them small man and them had the suppressor and thing to him and deal with he quiet. So they just go eventually. You see that happen to us.
Against that evil work and expediently. And therefore the sons are
The heart of the sons of men are set to this.
Just saw, I think you mentioned about us doing the work and getting a reward, right? And talk about just before I got into being mounted or guarded, which is really the hedge. But what the true protection is the hedge, right? The hedge and the angels that can come around and it's not something to be wheeling around like, you know. This is something sincere. It's not like because what Jake boast of the boast that I'm a God ring, I can do wickedness and nothing can happen. And really actually would already go back to the blessing that you saw because when they go to Job 21 say right, his children in front of him, right? But the word of the Most High is not on him. Right? His calf, kind. Right? So in other words, this man so is profitable. He's seeing his prosperity, he's seeing his prosperity in this kingdom. Right? That his generation is increasing. Right? He know his generation, he can love his generation, he can bless his generation. So they say they leave their substance unto their babes. Right? And the word of the Most High, they're not being punished. So basically that's envying your oppression and choosing his ways. Right? You go and do all that wickedness, all that witchcraft that Esau might be doing, right? Or you might know it as Esau doing it, but that is a way to prosper in the world. Because at the end of the day, power, authority on the land, you have to get it from the Heavenly Father. Good or evil, left or right, you have to get it from your Harbashim Yahushai. So even if they think that they're going to Satan, or they're going to Oshun, or they're going to, what's the next one? Shango and all them other gods, right? They are just less, what they should say, they are lords many and gods many, but they are Harbashim Yahushai is one. So at the end of the day, because you're going that direction, the Lord going to require you. He's going to require a spirit.
That's right, bro.
Right? And concerning his elect, as I was saying, the elect going to die, you know, not the elect going to die, but they're going to have some elect that die. What the ship they say, the dead in your house shall going to arise first. Right? They're going to arise, they're going to meet the Lord, and then they're going to come back. They're going to come back judge, to rule, right? But in the meantime, we have a work to do, so we're not gonna get reward for that work in before to show the world that we are the elect, or you know, or who the elect is. We should just say in that time. We haven't one of this. We haven't much glory in our head. One glory is the glory of the world coming to pass when them missiles coming down. The next glory is of the elect going up.
That's right.
The men who look forward to chariots, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Right, the men whose hope is them chariots coming over the world, they're going to call UFOs, right? UAPs, USOs, right? Those ships, when them ships come, they're going to take up the Lord's elect. Their body's going to be transformed to immortal, but the spirit is going to leave the mortal and go into the immortal, right? And they're going to go up into them chariots. They're going to witness the destruction and missiles, right? They're going to be witnessing missiles. It's in ground zero. You're going to witness the as I said, we still here, not to name myself unworthy, because I'm of the elect. But we are of the elect. We're going to witness the missiles hitting ground zero, 200 million missiles, boom, 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 and it's looking like a undulating river or lake of fire. Like, you know, you have white water rapids. Right, instead of being white water, imagine in the form of amber and heat, fire, light, heat, energy. That's what it's going to be like. Right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 7. Or which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him, by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat, and will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself, and serve me till I have eaten and drunk, and afterwards thou shalt eat and drink. Do it he thank that servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I throw not. It says, so likewise he, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants, we have done that which was our duty to do. So we are out here doing what is our duty to do. Alright, we're going to have the control opposition, because really actually you have Bashir he control all things. You have the IC coming up, it's going to be to their shame. You have the ICBK, it's going to be to their shame. GOCC, Sakari, it's going to be to their shame. Right, because they don't have 100%, they're not coming straight across and the doctrine. Right, they're making up things, they're leaving out things. We shouldn't talk about. They don't add or take away from the word, you know, it's going to take away their portion in the book of life. So we understand what it is. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 6 and verses 10, it says, I start at verse 9. It says, but beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak. For power is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Yeah, so, you know, this is the work. The work is the ministry. The ministry must go on, we must prophesy. The downfall of this place.
Right.
Saying what we see going on. See, these people already, these people literally go and get caught like a thief in the night. You can see it, that hurricane party there. These people are serious, and they Curacao, Grenada, Caracu, Grenada, and all them islands was before. So they saw the devastation, they saw the roofs. They saw the roofs missing, they saw people having to start over their life. And these clowns outside in the street.
Total about what, 7 fatalities?
Yeah, 7. That's why it's so perfect. That's why I put it up. That's why I put it.
You know what it's like? It's like a man witnessing a lion out here. Everybody coming down the road there and still not understanding that to run and stand up waiting to see the lion go spear him. And you now see the lion tear everybody coming down the road.
You see the video. You see the video on social media right now when the fellas in Africa, the man video said only in Africa, man videoing them playing football here, and the lion sit on the opposite side of the field, so watching it. The lion is watching it. And he watching the lion and he watching them only in Africa. He didn't get them no warning. He just videotaping the lion watching them.
I That is what going to happen in this time coming here. The Lord going to come like a thief in the night.
Yeah. First Thessalonians chapter 5. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead, bring it. I had that thought, Lord. Go ahead, bring it out.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 1 says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Yeah, because we need to sit and have a cup. Chapter 2 and 1. Right? We are the watchmen that stand up on the watch. Right? Watching to look and see what the Lord shall say and what we shall answer when he speaks unto us. What he say? He say what? They shall be visited as the Lord with fire and with storm and hail and tempest and devouring fire. Right? In the book of in the second nation, they say what? These things were all sent for as scourges for amendment. Yet for all this, these people will not change. So we know the scripture said in Babylon itself, in America itself, 2/3 have to die. 2/3, which is the majority. The minority, which is 1/3, and the 144,000 out of Babylon, are going to be saved. They're going to be saved. So the majority of Jake, which the majority of Jake in America is women. Right? You watch the prison population and all. Right? You watch the population. You'll see that the majority of the prison population is Jake.
That's right.
That's why they have that program for rehabilitation with that chip in the head. Because they had to get Jake somehow. Mark them. Accusers of the brethren. Right? You want to be reintroduced into society. You know what they pushing plenty? You know I seen coming up on my algorithm on YouTube and shorts and all these kind of different things. It was the one with Wesley Snipes and Twist Mountain and the boxer Rocky. What do you mean?
So that's Stallone?
That was Judge Dredd. That was in Universal Soldier.
Is Time Cop?
You sure that wasn't Judge Dredd?
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Demolition Man.
But remember he was supposed to be rehabilitated in that movie Wesley Snipes. Right. But you know whatever happened when he cried, he would think and he come out and he was crazy. But he was Jake. Fuck them up. So it's Jake they're about. They're about marking Jake. Right, they're about putting that chip, working them miracles. Yeah, we will rehabilitate you in 5 minutes. You go put images in your mind. Blind wonder images in your mind. Now you should see what the eyes and the ears do. So they work all that science, neuroscience, and they know what the flash. You know they had the MK Ultra system, CIA, MK Ultra for what? For mind control. Right? They said what Britney Spears and these other artists they was on mind control. You'll be surprised that that's what fuck up Celine Dion and she has a fucking. Yeah, she crippling on the bed. Crippling on the bed. Yes, and she has slip person syndrome. So must flash that shit because you remember this program, they have different personalities and shit.
Like cheesy.
I know that.
She does just fucking. She does just crip. You know? Freeze up and thing and can't talk and can't walk and shit. She has slip person, it's called slip person syndrome. It could be that they was fucking with her mind. And she wasn't meant to, she couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So she get physically fucked up.
Huh.
Right? We don't know. You know? You have different person. You have what is Jay-Z's wife name? Beyonce saying what? She's Sasha Fierce. There's a different personality they put in her. Right? You have Rihanna. She have a different. She's what the princess of Satan. Right? Riri is a
Bad
fucking
girl,
demon.
Riri.
There's a demon like a DT, that fucking demon. Right? You have all these different.
Some little boy and people room and the stick show.
Yeah, like
Foxy
Nicki,
Brown
man.
back in the day. Yeah, Lil Kim. All them fucking demons. Aliyah, just before Aliyah did a fucking music video. Was to someone African fucking demons too, Egyptian demons too.
Then she did do the movie Queen of the Dam.
Queen of the Dam. That was a movie. That was
A movie, and she do a video
I
fit and
remember the music video. I can't remember the movie.
she do the movie.
Yeah,
She do that movie.
Oh. You heard the name?
Yeah, had to go there, right?
One song from she. You heard the name?
She's a big one.
She had a meat soup. But she come out something to some meat soup. I never look into her.
She and Katy Perry are being in that
Miley Cyrus right behind you.
Taylor Swift, that's trying to remember she is.
Soul cooking or
Spirit cooking.
from Lady Gaga.
And you see this witch who they fucking pumping with? That witch look horrible, but the old woman. She look like this fucking this local Roma. Fucking singer. Old singer, she hairline, she had two hairline. One hairline here, one hairline quite up here. And you one up here holding up with the tail so she look like Roma. Roma look like
Yeah.
my old and wouldn't lie down.
And she always want to be in the middle of all them so-called celebrities and taking pictures with them. A$AP Rocky, that's it.
Not she want to be in, they have to be with
They
them
have
because
to.
They have to declare witness and they do it.
A$AP Rocky.
What prophet the gate? What prophet the gate world and Jesus?
What did the prophet Ahmad?
What from inception is going to Satanism. When you look at that documentary I was watching on YouTube when them small hats and them came over to the Americas. That is what they bring with them. And the take in charge of Hollywood, that is what they started off with.
Doctrine.
Satanism. It's about Satanism because that is who does worship. Everything about God behind it. The Elamites, the reason why they just go and worship the God so hard because they believe in their mind wholeheartedly that everything that they have is their God.
This is Matthew chapter 4, and starting at verses 8. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Satan, have a God behind. Just the other day, something woman and Masim come out and say witchcraft,
The fire sheep.
to keep
Sell them out,
the business going. Every food we eat, when we go to these different restaurants, they pray over the God to sell the food.
When you go back, all them chicks that love doubles. Right? Love the elam. Love the divine bread. Come out early. Come out early. The elam have fucking, what is it called? They have an incense that's burn for money, boy. They have the incense burning.
Yeah.
They have the incense burning. They do the sacrifice. Free done. They do the sacrifice. And they can come in. They can call you. Remember, you liking the food. It's a quick and easy meal. But guess what? Is one is the file bread. It's making you inflamed. It's making you diabetic. Right? Two, you also making them rich. Because if it's not the producer, it's the consumer. How much elam is seen coming to buy bacon saltfish from you? How much elam is seen coming to buy
Cuckoo and rice and color.
cuckoo and fish?
Pilau.
Creole cuisine. Yeah, long time you used to hear about Creole cuisine. You don't even hear about that no more.
I remember when I used to do representing Trinidad and thing, when they showcasing the culture, part of the culture they go showcase is the food of all the Caribbean islands and thing. Trinidad and Tobago's national dish and the most popular dish in Trinidad and Tobago used to be Creole food like pilau, cuckoo and fish and kalalu and thing. Now it's doubles, it's roti, pulori. You don't hear nothing yet. Bacon shark.
Richard fucking elam.
They whitewash everything. Nothing, Jake.
Richard's bacon shop from because it's who they promote and he's a elam in apparel.
Can.
This is the book of Matthew 6 and 13. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Right? So we don't want to be tempted. We like into temptation. As you brother read. Right? Why gain you will lose your soul? For what price am I?
That is the Lord's Prayer, right?
Yeah,
Matthew 6. Give us this day our daily bread. You see, anytime you start to look for more than the daily bread, like these folks in the world, right? They're looking for more than that daily bread. They want the king's whole table.
Generational wealth.
That is what they want.
Like the conversation Jay keep happening recently,
But
generational wealth.
what do you call this black man? This. I think he's a Muslim. Oh gosh, kind of fatty. Alright, now you have a kind like he twists up in here. You have a beard though. He just real talk a black
You
man.
was talking and
Yeah.
stuff, black
Thing, and he, right now he's one of
Dr.
the
Umar
Johnson.
Dr. Umar
Yeah, he real push, but he just push that we don't need the white woman, we don't need
It's
more
happening in schools, pushing happening in schools.
and what he heavily pushing is that we don't go to the other nations. We stick with the black woman. Fuck that. Fuck that. Now he 12. Slack it.
A fella just showed me a video last night of the black woman that what recently she man get cheating on him. In work. He pull up on and she get cheating on him in his hands. A black woman. You tell him black.
Have nothing. You see, Jake woman had nothing to do with it. Well, I know about Eve or all that. All but you see, if we end up have nothing we can do to satisfy her. You can give she the world and she's still fucking ungrateful and still want it. Because look at Steph Curry wife. Steph Curry is a millionaire basketballer. And she fucking wasn't satisfied. She wicked as hell.
See Joyce, man, I bring it up, but I heard it before. With the steps going up, the woman, whatever, the steps going up, this level is a man. But you have these take care of children good, you have a good work, and then you go to,
I think I heard something like that.
to level 2, so, or floor 2, second floor. The same thing we have, but you have a kind of better salary. Love kids.
He asked the woman which one she want to be on, which floor.
But she was only going higher and higher.
Yeah.
And when she went to the last one, they tell her she this is the end here. You can't satisfy fucking
Can't satisfy.
proven it.
I can't satisfy.
That's what me afraid. The Proverbs 30 and verse 15. Proverbs 30, 15. The horse leech had 2 daughters, crying, give.
Parasites.
They are
Parasites.
God.
Give me. That what it was.
a siren.
Problem. Plenty problem.
A horse, a leech.
Yeah, man, a parasite.
Sucking up everything. Give.
A vampire. A vampire.
Think no good, no
30,
good.
30 and 15.
Problem. Plenty problem. Rent to pay. Family back in Venezuela hungry. Problem. Plenty problem.
All of us the same.
It says they are treated.
The Wills and JG went wood. They need the cash now.
Jake who are Elam are rejoice, but then I say it's wickedness. I rejoice because Elam finally get payback. But when I check it out, that wickedness for the today. There was workers. There was an oppression by the boss who bring them from the land to here. He submit them, making them working, giving them no money to send back home in Venezuela, and eating the food too, and make what have to work. So Elam come see them, pay $18,000, 9 a piece, right? They get them out from a situation, only crying to my so-called wife there, and telling she telling me, I said, I don't think about them, them deal with it, them get herself into that, now they get herself out. But I'm crying to everybody about the oppression of the under from the Jake who bring them from here. I know what to do to Elam, and a month time Elam went and take out a loan for $18,000, pay the man, take them from there, set them up with a working shogunas, give them a place to stay in, and they block him in a month time. They block him, he buy phone for them, he block them block he, because they done he living up material. Now with the wife and thing, and them fighting shogunas, so there no chances that he can really come on there often. And the docking him and block him.
I thought they talking about the one. I thought they was talking about the one where they get rob him and quite hard. Is that Elam who did get robbed out?
Nah, not that. He pay him money to get them out from the situation because he like it one out of them.
Well, it's men or? It's men or women?
No, Latina. Woman.
Oh, so he was beating them. He was beating them.
The one who bring them from Venezuela and next Latina, Veni, bring them 2 female Veni, he was pimping them out.
Oh.
And he was abusing them physically and
eating their food.
physically, again, and then the Elam come and hear the cries and spend the money and get them out and basically they throw him under the bus and they go on the living the life now. The person of status and thing, working and lying and thing, don't show on us.
Free.
I say, if that Elam chip off and do what you have to do, me, I can't vex. I fell off from my I real wickedness, you know, $18,000 for somebody to take out and help you out. You're supposed to be grateful. The point being is, the ungrateful is woman ungrateful.
Wow. I used to have a song long time. I can't remember who it was. I think it was 3 6 months. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Because you fucking win it down there. She want to
Yeah. And they get liberty. The Jake used to restrict them and put licks on them physically. And
physically.
So there was on that. They didn't like that bondage. They wanted to do exactly what they're doing now. Be free to do what they want to do.
Chris Brown sing it. These in loyal.
These hoes in loyal.
Well, I'm sure you learn now because you have to pay back that loan.
So like you can precept, eh?
Yeah, just to finish off the Proverbs 30:15. The horse leech had 2 daughters, crying, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied. Yea, 4 things, say not, it is enough. The grave and the barren womb.
Yeah, the grave, Sheol, eh? The word there is Sheol, eh? Same word as hell. Just for you to know. Shower.
The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith, it is enough. Saith not, sorry, it is enough.
Yeah, but you leave a fire doing everything. Even if you leave a fire.
Yeah. And that land.
You consume everything. A barren destiny.
And that way there's do a hole, it's doing a hole. Right by that land to be built.
Suck everything from everyone and everywhere.
Seduce. She is seduced too.
You understand?
Yeah. She seduce the other nations to come and follow after her ways.
You know what? 2 friends. Come, thing. Real nice. Thing. Just wait. Trinidad, they take it real nice. Usually what nice means foolish. But the amount of oppression, the amount of licenses to work and all these different things. Right? When you really examine the family that go away, right? 2-3 jobs. So they maintain a lifestyle out there, right? And then they also push that image and sell it back. Basically, Jake living above the means, right? Yeah, he can make plenty of money and do whatever and send it back home. Well, for us, except to one in the different islands, it might be more. You understand? You know, that you can do something, but guess what? That is not the life that we were designed to live. Because in the kingdom of heaven, everything's going to be provided. As a nation of people, we don't have a concept. We cannot conceptualize that. Being on top.
Yeah.
Being on top.
That's why a lot of chicks don't flock to this. Because we cannot conceptualize being on top. We've been on that so long, that's all they can see. Being on that.
Somebody
Kumbaya.
I've been down so long, it looks like up to me.
I live in over.
That was Drake singer.
Yeah,
Drake.
Drake.
Wait, that
I've
sound
been
like
down so
Lil
long, it look like up to me. They look up to me.
Yeah.
Straight up to my friends.
Yeah.
This is Revelation. I can't read Revelation. Isaiah 22 and verse 14. And it was revealed in my ear by the Lord of hosts. Surely this iniquity shall not be purged from you till you die, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Like the condemnation that written about in Ezra's, right? You see, as the things were promised unto you, aforesaid, so unto them, pay, debt to pay. Right?
Some of them they're not going on change. That is the only solution.
That was good, that is it.
I was just thinking about it, Nasilam. When I just read that piece, I know that's the judgment, but Jake dying is a good thing.
Yeah. There's a reset there.
Can we script just say Lazarus died,
Yeah.
and the rich man died, and Lazarus died as well. You understand? The one who God helped had to die too. He had to be translated. He had to be changed. So for Jake to prosper, to really prosper, I'm not telling you all going to have to die in this to see that prosperity. Oh, and the scripture saying in John 3, right? It say you have to be born again. If a man is not born again, he cannot see the kingdom. And some Jakes are literally born again. They had to be reincarnated into the kingdom.
Now when the scripture say what? The scripture say that they don't consider. They do consider, because in the mind of the elect consider their ways. They what the elect doing, they consider their ways and they repent and they turn it back to our. But the 2/3, but the 2/3 only represent, I mean we round up, we say 2/3 in a general sense, but the fact of the matter, 2/3 represent 2/3 of Israel in America. Right? But they are around the world, they are rebels. And them rebels covered by what? Revelation 21 and verse 8. And 2 Corinthians 15 and 20, right? 22, I think it says, my right hand shall not spare sinners, right? Neither them that shed innocent blood, which is Esau and Edom, right? They shed the blood of the innocent because they shed Jacob blood. You understand? But the rest of the rebels, Revelation 21, the whoremongers, the unbelievers, so on and so forth, shall have their part in the lake of fire. So we have unbelievers in Trinidad, in the West Indies. We have unbelievers in Australia, Honduras, Holland, Guyana, Suriname. We have unbelievers everywhere that is Israelites. We have unbelievers on them islands that get touched by the hurricane. Right?
This because they're not going on here and we outside here doing the same thing that Jeremiah did. In Jeremiah chapter 11, I read in verse 7 and 8, it says here, for I earnestly protested unto your fathers in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even, we're going to say even unto this day, and we doing it still, even unto this day we doing it. Early and protesting, saying, obey my voice. Yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked everyone in the imagination of their evil heart. Therefore will I bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they did them not.
In Jeremiah chapter 2 and verses 19, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord power of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. And then when he burst them yoke and take off them bands, and when he took us out of Egypt, he took us out of Egypt, brought into the wilderness, where we went into covenant with the Lord, and we said we will not, and we're saying here, it says, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. Thou said, we said it, but then we went, that way scripture even calls us,
choose ye this day
who you would serve. Scripture even mentions he's gonna send as Deuteronomy 32, he's gonna send him against a hypocritical nation. Deuteronomy 32, that is Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10 and I think it's not at 5. It's not at 5.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 5, and it says here, O Assyria, the rod of mine anger, and thy staff and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
That is today your Edomites, so-called white race that ruling over here. The ones that took you into cargo slave ship, took you into slavery, right? These are your Assyrians today. They come in the stead of your ancient Assyrians. Especially those rats in our land. Because the ancient Assyrians, what did they do? They were known in history for transplanting us. They took us out of our land and they put heathens up in our land. And the same thing these rats did today. They caused us to flee from our land, and now they're up in our land. They are our mother and they are Syrians. And then Esau Edom is heavily connected with Babylon. Right? As you read through the prophecies, you will see where it mentions Babylon, simultaneously it mentions Edom, or in the same breath it will mention Edom. And the ancient Babylonians were what? Assyrians. Nebuchadnezzar, Belshazzar, Nabopolassar, Nebuchadnezzar's father, they were Assyrians. They were of Asher, right? And Esau today is coming in the stead of the ancient Babylonians. So they are that Assyrian that Isaiah saw, or Isaiah spoke about. What is that? Look how big that shit is.
Lucas was you hear how hard it hit the ground? So let's see when I darting. So from shit, why does we darting? Yeah, exactly. It looks like a crab with wings.
Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
You know that, right? You know that?
There you go.
That's why I don't run. The wicked flee when no man pursue.
Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
But the righteous has go. Put the camera on here. Put the camera. Watch it. The man say that. The man say that and dart off.
Running.
And running off.
I just say, you know that, right? You know that.
He was walking all the time.
Size of this shit. There's this thing that the Lord had prepared. We don't even know what the fuck it is. But if you hear how hard I hit the ground.
I never see about that.
Get a put on Google camera. Maybe Esau could tell us. Esau will tell you where he's at.
That could have dropped on your head and, you know, at the end of the work today, you're in a concussion. You're in a concussion. Did you hear how hard I hit the ground?
I hit the ground. Right?
Yeah, come back, come back.
Something always in Isaiah 10.
Yeah. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10.
That is a forest. Okay, please stop, bro. We can flee when no one pursues when
The righteous as bold as a lion. Look at his son going.
that man, that was his starter gun for years.
One time.
He felt compelled to well, I don't even know if it's content for your feet because saying that and then running off is not content for that song.
These scriptures say he that readeth may run it.
The scripture say, when the Lord is lifted up, you know, when I was thinking about that, they have a Z, but not a call it, it's a knowledge. You understand? They're fighting the truth. This is just the truth. This is what offend the guy. This is what offended. Did we ever say that he's not the Son of God? Because that's what he said, right? Jesus Christ is the Son of God?
Yeah.
We didn't say that he's not the Son of God. We never ever said that. We said that he's not this color. This is not his description. And that is not his name.
Not his name, not his description.
Jesus the Christ is not the Son of God.
Not at all.
Yahweh Shai is the Son of God.
That's right.
So it's a whole different persona that they put up, a whole different spirit that they put up in front of Jacob to believe in.
And not just with the Messiah, they did that with Daniel. Brother did a video recently. They even corrupted the Cain and Abel. They put Cain, there's a depiction of Cain as a melanated man. But I've been hearing it from the Mormon doctrine.
Yeah.
I think the Mormons say the mark that was upon Cain was that he was dark skinned.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
You can't remember that?
The cartoon,
The
yeah,
cartoon,
the cartoon,
yeah.
true,
That was the cartoon wrong. That was wrong the
Yeah,
pandemic time.
but some there was on that. They'll hop on it.
If that was on belly, look you trying to go on the belly. Look right now.
There's a bug that you know take.
Trying to go on the belly. If that fly on you here today.
You see the legs?
You know where's that? That is. You can tell us what that is? You can tell us what that is?
Look,
We don't know what it is.
What is it?
look
You know
up.
what is it?
Yeah, what is that?
Like a roach.
That's why I say it too. What? So
Roach?
big?
Yeah, that's a roach, boy.
It's a roach?
That is a roach.
Nah, that's not a roach.
Look at it. That's not right.
Yeah, you only go see when he touch the road. That roach mutated or that roach feeding off of some chemical from some
Radiation
plant.
in Trinidad, but
That roach
But I'm not hiding in the head and you kill it.
That is
That roach, I roach on that already.
that GMO roach.
that?
That roach from Cholo.
Modified.
Roach from Chernobyl.
Yeah, that roach from Cholo. You know they say Cholo, but that fish with 8 iron or kind of thing up there. That one, that even better, right?
I see it.
Because of the radiation.
The only time I ever see that was on the Simpsons.
You're supposed to say that the cicadas and them will come out of the cage.
No,
Not. And not cicada.
Not.
It's not a
That's a roach and spinach.
I never see a bug like that though. I could safely say that.
if that fly,
Them legs and thing. Them legs and thing will gouge you. I glad because you know the only was on me when you read phone and you shit must right again. If that's not on you,
I guess I'm
nothing right.
Funny video is how when men knocking out the spur like a snake on them or
a spider.
or something like that. Like a zombie.
Yeah.
And then they just be beaten up. That's fall on her boy. He will be beaten up.
I see a video where he then they take him in a crop duster. There's a Cessna. There's a small cleaner to spray the insecticide on the crop now. The Moab going up on the fucking plane, come out, when the Moab come out, they shit down the pants and clear. If there's a flight because the crop duster don't have glass and thing now, it's open now, it's open. So there's a flight, when the man come out of the plane, you see the thing on the leg, see the thing dripping on the wings, basically it's hard to walk on the wing, they come out now. See the thing when the man come out, so the man trembling coming on the plane, the man come out, so and the short pants come straight on your shoes. Straight on your leg on your shoes. Now what?
Well, that cicada, you know, I tell myself is
That is a cicada.
Yeah, big one. A big one.
that's probably what we were saying up in the Chile all the time.
That cockroach from Mars, eh? Let me get back into it. So the creatures showing us. Santa comes to camp with helmets and with hooves. Because the way that head the ground there,
Yeah, that would have bust ahead.
for real.
Back in the Isaiah chapter 10, from 5 again. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger,
What they represent, why they showing up so what is it? Some pictures have a
They just have the
meaning and
season.
a omen.
They just had the season. I don't know. I'm probably go back to that.
Rain.
Yeah, that's
Trying to
yeah,
rain.
that
He said rain. And that 2 more storms. Taking up coming soon.
That two months of coming.
Yeah, and this is not normal. That one. I never see a big one like that.
Come on, that's a sign.
Well, because
Grandpa
I
come
never
out
see
from
one
that
big
cave
like
there.
that.
That's going to get
I just
some.
normally sit on the side like bumblebee.
Yeah.
You never see them.
That's-
so
Okay, Miss Sam, just now we had a run by Jesus. Run by Jesus.
Yeah, hit
I hit and run, Jesus.
Spray up the place. Get JC and Joe.
I bet you that was the first and last lap. I bet you he come back around for a lap.
Eh? Who's that coming running there? John, this one I want right. After you let the cicada.
That before you run past?
that was before.
Why is it was on the ground? It was on the ground right
And
there.
you
It's hit, and then when we focus on it, he come and he say thing.
That woman, that big guy crying for rain, like the nukes.
Come here, I was in
You
here.
don't know
Come
he
here,
has got
I
some
was
rain.
That's it, rain.
Rain.
Like it watch that movie tonight. But that was
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Just start going around there.
Alright, back in the Isaiah chapter 10 verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
Yes, so the Lord used a particular nation of people to punish us. Is what the Lord is basically saying. The staff in the hand, that rod, Assyria, is the Lord's indignation, his righteous anger against us. Go ahead.
Verse 6, it says here, and I will send him against an hypocritical nation.
We were a hypocritical nation. The nation of Israel represents a hypocritical nation. Just like I read back in the Jeremiah 2, right? In
19 to
Jeremiah
20.
2, it said, let me get it. I lost it here. Cicada, forgive me. Jeremiah 2 and verse 24. Of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. They said it won't. We said we won't transgress. We told the Most High, wherever you say, Lord, we're going to do. And what did we do? The opposite. That's why it's called a hypocrite. When you're saying that you're going to do, and you ain't doing. Or like the ancient Pharisees and them. They're telling the people, do this, do that, do the other, and they themselves ain't doing it. And that's why the Lord cursed them out many times and we call them, oh, hypocrites. So the hypocritical nation represents our people. That's right. And that's why the Lord sent these nations against us, because by going off, by transgressing his ways, which is sin, the Lord bring them curses upon us. The send, and that is written in the curses, that the enemies, he's going to cause the enemies to come after us, and we're going to have to flee 7 ways. Right? The enemy is going to get up above us very high. We're going to have to go to them for the want of all things. And also they're going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck.
Right? Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shimei Shai upon a sinful kingdom, and I will destroy from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, which really speaking, when Amos brought this prophetic word out, it was directed to our nation. We were that sinful kingdom. Right? But today we project it to what? Babylon, because the Lord is about to judge that land. Go ahead.
It says, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob,
right?
Saith Yahweh Shimei.
Why wouldn't the Lord utterly destroy, completely destroy the nation of Israel? Because the Lord, he promised. What did he promise? He promised to Abraham, I will multiply your seeds as the stars of heaven. I will give them this land, right? As the scripture said to Abraham and his seed, what the promises made. And the Most High don't go back on his promises. So the Most High, yes, he has a mind to bring great judgment to Israel, but he's preserving a remnant. And that remnant is being preserved today via this truth. Having been awoken, having been forgiven, right? By showing them works of repentance, through believing in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and then ultimately delivered and brought into that kingdom, brought into that promised land to sit in the promises, and the rest of the nation of Israel is going to come back. And how we know the rest of the nation of Israel has to come back is because that promise still stands. The promise that was given to Abraham, it cannot be disannulled. It will not be disannulled. The seed of the nation, the covenant, the seed of the nation of Israel has to multiply as the stars of heaven, has to be like the sand of the sea. So if he saves a remnant, that remnant has to multiply back to that promise. What the promise say? So all Israel will ultimately be saved. And this was some guys can't grasp, because to teach that there are people or Israelites that are going to burn forever in a place called hell under the earth, then clearly you're trying to throw off the promise or the prophecy. You're trying to throw off the promise and the prophecy. That's what you're trying to do. Because the nation of Israel has to be reproduced or regenerated at its fullness in the kingdom to come. That has to happen.
There's Joshua chapter 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve. Whether the gods which your fathers, and the gods in common G, right? Which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh.
That's right.
And the people answered and said, God forbid that we should forsake Yahweh to serve other gods. For Yahweh our power, he it is that brought us up and our fathers out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, and which did those great signs in our sight, and preserved us in all the way wherein we went, among all the people throughout whom we passed. And the Lord drave out from before us all the people, even the Amorites, which dwelt in the land. Therefore we will also serve Yahweh, for he is our power. And And Joshua said unto the people, Ye cannot serve Yahweh, for he is an holy power. He is a jealous power. He will not forgive your transgressions nor your sins.
So, you hear the claim of the nation. We will serve they made that declaration, we're going to serve our power. What ended up happening? Did we
I'm
continue?
reading that close.
Well,
Verse 20, Joshua 24 and 20. If ye forsake Yahweh and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you after that he had done you good. So, going back to we put to a book, the Cameroon Acts, where in the Bible that instructs you to use Deuteronomy chapter 28 to identify as Israel all over. Because when the book of Joshua, where they say then he will turn to you, then he will turn, if you forsake Yahweh and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you after that he had done you good. So, when you look up the word instruct or instruction in the New Testament, it goes into what? Also the chastisement. So who is the people chastised? According to the words of Joshua, right? If we serve other gods, which we did serve other gods, we go back into what? 1 Kings 17, right? Yeah. We did change and we did serve other gods, and we went off. So what happened? We went into captivity. That's right. Right? The kingdom was already rent, and we went into captivity. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were shipped across the four corners of the earth. Where on the western side, the kingdom already dwelt. Right?
On Psalm 78 and verse 5, it says, For he established a testimony in Jacob.
What? A testimony? Scripture say we are witnesses. You can only be a witness if you have testes. Just to give the testimony. Right? We are the witnesses. He established that testimony in Jacob. Go ahead.
And appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. Says that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and not forget the works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but keep his commandments. And if I could just add, as the brother now make mention, the book I'm going to say, where did you want to go? Where did you want to go before? And it teaches unto your children, unto the generations. So, and this was a law and a testimony unto Jacob. You never see that was said to any other nation throughout the scriptures, from Genesis to Revelation. I've never saw that they teach this to the children and the children.
We don't deal with fucking Ham. That book, we don't deal with none of them other nations. Ham, Esau, Moab, Ammon. Is the book, the Bible is the book for the Israelites, by the Israelites, because what scriptures was inspired by the inspiration of the Most High. Holy men spoke and they were moved by the Holy Spirit. Right? But it's our nationality, it's our history and our heritage and our prophecies. Right? Having to do these other nations, the other than what fucking Kimush, Malcolm, Molech, all them fucking gods. What them have to tell all you? Read them books. Read them. Read the book of Buddha and see what they tell you. Right? Them other gods sell it, like it well as one if you keep this karma vibration. But really actually karma in the scriptures. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Right? Love your brethren as you love yourself. That's karma. You do good, good will come back to you. Right? On the Sabbath day, if you see your neighbor bowling that ditch, take it out. Alright, just take it out. It's not unrighteous to do good on the Sabbath day. Right? Just do good. And good will come back out here. Right? As a man sow, so shall he reap. Like karma, all them things is karma. So the philosophies of all the other nations is really bite off of the philosophy of Israel. Right? It bite off of the philosophy of Israel. All these other nations had They witness the power of heaven and earth. You know. They see, they have their own perspective, but the truth is written in the Bible. Right? And the mystery of the truth written in the Bible was given to certain men to what we feel here in this last day. Right? Colossians chapter 1, verse 25, 26. Right?
In Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45 to 46. This is why we go back to Deuteronomy. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder upon thy seed forever. So these curses in this book is upon us for a sign.
And then we tell that word sign is a token.
Indication.
Yeah. Which nation was robbed and spoiled? Which nation was discontinued from the earth? They just saw it. These people took shame for glory. They made the movies. They published the movies, the songs, the history, the postcards, right? The artifacts. What you know now as a dildo was Jake Rod being chopped off, preserved and sent as gifts from one slave owner to the next, or from one white woman to the next white woman.
The way you forget and make a movie, right? The way you forget. What the fuck are they make them movies for?
And then what the scriptures talk about, no new thing under the sun. The Lord take away the creativity. So what we so doing now is just remaking old movies, remaking old music. Waiting Timbaland and Dr. Dre and all of them doing, right? Kanye West. Them not fucking creating nothing new.
Constant sample.
It's sampling.
Sampling samples.
Taking little snippets of old songs, real original songs, taking little pieces of it, speeding it up, slowing it down, right? Reversing it, hitting it on the drop, repeating it. That's all I'm doing.
Changing the
This
pitch on the
great
tone.
producer, Dre. Down here. Them man fucking making up Dr. Dre. Anybody can do that? Yeah, time to waste, you can do it.
Prince was saying in an interview, Prince said he's very scared of how the music industry going now, because they're only sampling music, and they're sampling, and then the next sample. And Prince was talking about that because Prince was an entertainer who created his own style and his own music.
Right, the apostles call him Amadeus.
God.
Amadeus.
What's that?
Yeah.
Which was in Wolfgang Mozart. Was a Jake. Living in Jake. One more them songs. Dun dun dun. Them classical music. Mozart was responsible for that. We used to hear in movies long time.
Beethoven, I think they say Beethoven is Stevie Wonder. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they say Beethoven is Stevie Wonder. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. Yeah. But they must create us.
Yeah, they was creators. Prince come back and he was a creator. He created music. Sample over he was creating music. But as you say, that is what they're doing, is only samples. So it have no, I was talking about that yesterday. The creativity, you know, he would have done. As the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 12, say all the things of whatever music shall be, daughters of music shall be brought low. They have no creativity anymore. Most I take back that spirit, because watch. All the movies making is old, and they say they can have old movies making, and watch. They make a new movie the other day, King Kong. First of all, they make King Kong with Godzilla.
They bring him back. I think I see
that already when he was younger.
I think it was Magnum PI. I see they bring back.
They do over
MacGyver.
with this one they do over Beverly Hills Cop.
Well,
They just do that. They just released it the other day.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, the movie come on and do our next movie this year with that.
Transformers, they have no idea.
Yeah, it's old shit they bring back over and over.
Anything new is that one with these are series in Netflix where Jake is the Supercell.
But I would even want to see that.
Supercell, yeah, take it in already. But the Jake is not the oppressors and slaves.
No, well, they demonize
I know
Jake
him,
to
I
be
know
the
him.
oppressor. they demonizing Jake as a person, but Jake will be the one in the rule that should the truth and the fact what's going to happen. I'm not talking about him, right? The truth and the fact, basically what they want to put in the minds of the people is that, yo, if you let these niggas rule, Jake will oppress you. Right? But there ain't nothing wrong with that because what the scripture say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Hence patience and the faith of the saints. But fuck you, he's Edomites.
Can.
Right?
Them oppressing
Yeah,
too.
you can't expect to do all that evil and not have to people. But you say what? Forget slavery. Slavery was so many years ago. But you all ain't forgetting because you're rich. You're rich because of slavery. Yeah.
It wasn't us.
It was our forefathers. The scripture said the children were sick to please the poor. Prepare sort of for your children for the iniquity of their fathers. Right? And in that time, the elect, no matter how bad it sounds, it's the truth. The elect gonna take your little fucking babies, little Edomites, blue eyes, green eyed babies, hold them by their feet, and bash your head against the rocks.
You can't do unto only what they don't us.
You'll stomp or you'll hang our pregnant wives upside down, cut their bellies open, stomp on the children, and you'll cast lots, bets on to see who's gonna die first, the mother or the child. That's the shit that Esau was doing. Gator bait. Gator bait was what was Jake babies being put out there as bait for alligators to come in. So that they get to kill the alligator to make gator skin boots and belts and pants and clothes and wallets. Oh, yeah, I'm saying that. A little bit now, man. Freshen up. I'm still fly. Yeah, somebody rooted fucking gator shoes and thing was the oppression of your people. If you do that, you know, put out there.
The young ones too, I think even in this day that practice, the Moabites have they just take the fetus, the brain from the fetus or the baby fetus brain, and they just pickle it and eat that. They had them thing in bottles.
It's actually a big delicacy in China.
Pickle brains.
That's
an abortion thing.
Yeah, it's a big delicacy.
Moab eating it.
I'm not supposed to be.
You know, like
Pickle brain.
certain youngsters going to like, but there is somebody segment of Sesame Street. Will you eat it? Will you eat it?
I never had it before.
Will you eat it?
That one upset me.
Pickle brains.
This Psalms 109 and starting at verses 10. It says, let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them
You have this fucking English who in Trinidad. Joey. She don't want nobody else. She want to ride every bike back. She money fucking everybody everywhere. Right? Then you have the male version of she in Tobago. Then you have a next version, you have a German one. A German one walking around the island. You understand? The vagabonds. Wanderers. They won't stay.
That's what you tell Christmas this.
See ya.
Say you crazy, yeah, you
crazy.
something crazy with you.
You walking around and everybody hurt. Yeah.
Swanee let him know.
Oh, Swanee will talk that way because he fight for his life. Christmas, listen to nobody nothing, and then you're going to revere the white man.
Yeah, that what they do.
The power being an Edomite. They're not going to touch you, white man. Yeah. And you see this next fucking Indian looking one doing the same thing Christmas do?
Yeah.
Yeah, have an Indian one doing.
He get robbed?
Huh?
He get robbed, you know?
The Indian one?
Yeah, this smooth fella who is around 50 cents and anything who in Lavantil. What you name it? Johnny Bravo carry him up there, Smooth. Johnny Bravo carry him up in the hood there, and then you see Smooth pull him aside and say, here, well, I'll be real with you, turn off your camera. Then you see Solia come back and see, he say, well, we just go and I get shake down. He said Johnny Bravo ain't really doing his work. He do his work, but he ain't doing his work because I just get robbed. I had to pay money to make sure and stay in the hood.
Good for fuck.
Yeah, they rob him.
You should have get beat down. You should have really get beat up. But what the fuck you trying to do? They come after I know make a sedition case. You know, you driving in boat. I said I need to look out island and section on the boat fucking sea. They should fucking pipe you up. All of them wicked. All of them wicked. Because what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for?
It's a trend.
It's a trend.
Yeah,
It's
that's trend.
fame. At the end of the day, that wickedness are going on there. It's oppressing a certain class of people, the lowest people. But it's all good. Right? It's all good. Because that whole circle, right, of unbelievers, they're going to do, and one day it's going to come. One day the Lord going to creep upon them like a thief in the night. Like how this song is to regulate. Need dog on them. Regulators. What the dog say in the song, he said what? He couldn't believe that he getting jack. He couldn't believe he getting jack. The Lord will come and jack only one of these days. They drive into your own hood and they're going to get jack. So the Lord going to just come out and thief in the night. Boom. Right? And they're going to record with their pants down. They're caught with their pants down. Unprepared. The spirit ain't right.
But very stupid when they get caught with their pass on, literally. Like if you got the piece up, right? And you pull your pass down and like a car pass or a light shine or something, or foolish shit as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Caught with your pants
Yeah.
down.
It's unprepared. Can't do nothing. Exposed.
Shame.
That is it, the nakedness.
So I sure all the people that feel it, that feeling like it.
The energy different. Yeah. There's the end.
Is it?
This is the end. I already have it. I already have. Yeah. You don't have no. It's just talk about it's just short-term goals and you know. I have no fucking goals. Let's make it out of here. Let it go. To get right there about Shimmy Shine and make it out of here. Spend and make it out of here. Enjoy to the end and make it out of here. That's the only goal. So if tomorrow not promise. You know, and if you die in your sleep like mercy. Fuck this place.
Can.
Fuck these people.
Fuck this
Can.
Every day I meet fuck this people. You know what I mean?
You're going to work, it's robotic now.
Yeah.
It's really better if you work to fucking AI. If you work to AI, you're going to work every robotic again. Up your way. Try to get studying, try to get discipline, try to get all these different things in. Right?
Yeah, next day is the
Same shit. They have a song.
Same old shit. Just
I make, well, I don't know. I make a music. It's the same thing again. Happen to me every time. It's the same thing again.
a local.
Nah, that was already.
Guy, you see that one?
That was the fellow who acted that too.
That pool?
Yeah.
Ryan
What's his
Reynolds.
name?
I
Ryan
don't know his
Reynolds.
name,
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
but it was a repeated actor.
right.
But
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
guy. It was like a
He
like a
respond.
Sims. A
Yeah,
Sim
he's
kinda.
respond, yeah.
Yeah, and they what is because boy, this place fucking tired and this. Telling you.
Yeah, they should have said they seek to wear the saints. Fucking bring it.
That precept need to come out.
Yeah. And that way should say, this is not your rest.
Man,
We really don't have rest. Because rest is quietness. When they go into the word rest, they go into quietness. We don't have quietness. We have oppression on every side. We have oppression on every side.
Anyway, turn.
When the sun rises, they want to see where we go.
that precept there. This is the book of Daniel 7:25. Says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of time. And that is what, 350 years. Time is 100 times 200, and dividing of times is half of 100, which is 50. 3 days and a half, 42 months, all of things coincide together. It's going into 1620 up to this very day. We still in this man hand. But we are the truth now, which give us rest in our mind. Comfort here. Comfort. This is why the Bible is comforter. Because this what we mind with, because you know, I mean, this is why you know for a fact a lot of these Israelites in misery. Everybody who knows this truth and don't believe in Yahweh Basham it's misery.
And they don't
Because think about before you didn't know the truth. You had a lot of questions and you had to do the same thing in people, which is going to work on you something. But you had a lot of unanswered questions in your mind as to why you want to live like this? What is the purpose? Why? But all your questions get answered.
So what happened now? My group became quick and wise. So you understand that the state that you're supposed to be in, you're not in. And the desire, you yearn to be in that state. But guess what? You have to earn that state because you have to go through a purification so that you understand and appreciate, so that you know how to abide with your fellow brethren in that state.
And a part of that grief, what even more brings that grief to is trying to operate within that new righteous order within a wicked realm. Because you're trying to keep your Sabbaths and you can't. So that is more grief. So your job, your boss don't want to hear that. You know, boss don't want to hear your Sabbath changing every month or every week or that kind of thing. You know, every week it have a different Sabbath. Every month have a different Sabbath.
They want to have some kind of stability in their system that they can understand. But nevertheless, the Most High protect his elect. He saves it, preserves his elect.
But the
grief, the scripture say, he that increase in wisdom, increase in grief. Because watch this, in sorrow, right? So watch it. So like even when we observe, before we had this truth and this knowledge, right? Even your vitality, your health was different. But now that we come into the knowledge and you learn about the different dietary laws and you curb your enthusiasm about unclean foods, right? Even the balance in which you have to have control over your diet and your physique, because we talk about using physique, which go into exercise. Diet is your lifestyle, right? You realize now that they start to get these aches and these pains because now you're increasing our wisdom. So it's like you're not comfortable to the knowledge you have. So you should just say to use these different things. Use physique. Have care of your meat and your diet. You know, to have a cheerful heart and all these different things. And you have to apply yourself. Not to drink too much wine. Wine will make you a mucker, right? But wine drunken measurably is good, right? But it's a feast without wine. Wine and music make it the heart of men merry. You need a merry man to balance up the fucking oppression, oppression, right? You need a little bit, right? But it's a balance. So, it's a tug of war. It's a tug of war. It's a real tug of war. But so it becomes wearisome, right? You have like you can have a hard piece of metal, but apply pressure back and forth. I don't care how hard the metal is, back and forth, it will break. It will break. So before the breaking, what the scripture say? That in time Daniel 12, time when Jacob struggled, it said Michael.
I read it there for you. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble.
So when Michael comes, how you go and stand up for the whole world if it just say go and stand up for the children of thy people? Come now, man.
Children of the people is the nation. And today in this time, that nation is the elect. Because when Michael come, he going to stand up for no nigger. Michael going to stand up for the men of the Lord. That's what Michael going to stand up for. As the scripture says, the angels of the Lord encamp around those that what? Fear him.
This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 29. It says, Yahweh Basham is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous.
Yeah, so the wicked nation is the son of God. The righteous nation is Israel. Asher, Jacob. Right? And the scripture say what? The righteous cry by oppression from the hand of the mighty. So the wicked are also the mighty. Right? Because to have money, to have power, to have might. Yep. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's what they say in the story, right?
So all things.
You can call shots. Sergeant Roger, Sergeant Roger, he extorted for his father to the papacy. You understand? They pay the way, they bribe, they do all them kind of different things. But the Lord said he not going to take a bribe.
People knowing good standards and rebels. And when the Lord sent forth Daniel, Michael Allah, right, that's gonna be a whole different ball game. Because the Lord looking for men who was striving for righteousness, as the scripture says in 2nd Ezra chapter 2. These are they which stood stiffly for the name.
And I just have any mind towards the right mind towards the Abashim and Shaka. This physical body can't do nothing. The scripture say, except the days be shortened, all flesh shall not be saved. But for the elect, these days are short. Shortened days, boy. Inside joke.
There's Isaiah 66 and verse 14 and says, and when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. Hand of the Lord will be known toward his servants.
Because you're a certain
You will see servants Isaiah 65 and 12. My servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but he shall be thirsty.
like 2nd Ezra chapter 2.
Yeah?
27.
Isaiah 33 as well.
Yeah, well, you can bring it up.
There's
Because it always had duality when the Lord saving here. Somebody getting jacked up.
Second Ezra 2.
yeah.
What happened with the Egyptians? When the water parted for us, that was our salvation. We went across dry land. But for them, what it was? They got drunk. Flood waters came in.
Certain plagues, certain of the plagues was hitting in Egypt, and then Goshen wasn't hitting. They dwell in East Africa. The camps was outside. Was in Goshen. That's where the camp of Israel was, outside.
So Moses tell them, choose this day and on the side of the Lord. And then they open up.
That was considered Abraham, right? So you always had a choice. Had the choice in the time of Moses, had the choice in the time of Joshua after, and had the choice in the time of Kings.
A quick one for you is Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 1. Nevertheless, thy saints had a very great light, whose voice they hearing and not seeing their shape, because they also had not suffered the same things, they counted them happy.
What the scripture said, the Lord had not appointed his saints to what? Death is death.
The rat.
The rat.
Mr. Sidonians 5 and 9.
Yeah. So we're doing all this is not for rat. But that's what the Lord said. We will laugh. The Lord said, I will laugh when your fear cometh. So they ain't frightened of the hurricane. Dirty wine. You see the bitch on she head, all kind of thing. I mean, jamming on the car, jamming on the police car.
But they still doing dirty wine.
Oh yeah, man.
It had judgment from the dirty wine, do the dirty wine.
And lost her head, had lost the
neck
neck.
break.
No, sorry, not dirty wine. She was up on she head, whining on she head. She put on her slippers in the sheet.
Yeah.
She went up on her head and she was whining upside down.
So one of the bubbles and I'm the van driving. And she had
Driving fast?
yeah, they run fast. Driving,
Cruising.
in the streets, and nobody even, you know.
So after
Still like, whatever I shared with the one who was in the bar, and he jumped up and thing and the
Mash up
whole
she got up, cut up she
The
got
glass.
their judgment, yo.
The glass, she got across, she got a different split. So she had the splits vertically and horizontally.
so Bubbles and learned she lesson.
X mark the spot.
But was on when she listen when she fall off that stage, she's still doing
when she
shit
man
with
pull long down. What is this here? I have a hot cross bomb.
So we just read these two verses here, Papa Kusha. These are always in Solomon 18 and verses 7. It says, so of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us, whom thou hast called. You're saying that duality.
What's that? Is that called? Duality. Duality. When God was punishing them, he saved me. What happened that day?
Revelation 14 here, we talk about in the last couple of verses when he said to the angels to reap. The first reaping was the deliverance. The second reaping, but the second time treading into the wine press, because that angel had what power over fire. That angel then destroyed. So there's the angels of the Lord that's going to come with him with them chariots, shuttle ships, that's going to deliver elect and then bring destruction to the wicked.
It's the book of Isaiah 11:11. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
As we read that, let me read this as well. In John 20, John chapter 20 and verses 16.
About to then doing nothing.
16 and 20 still up there. No? Yeah, 16 and 20. In John chapter 16 and verses 20, it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned to joy.
There's Psalms 34. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. If the right moment, right now. This is a symbolization of what? Lamenting. You know, so we sorrowful. Because what? We are the one here, but he soon come. You know, and we seen major moves. Like that hurricane Beryl. You understand? Beryl, Green, you know, pass through the city. Do some
Beryl pass through.
The Lord God.
Beryl when on pass through. The real Beryl when on come.
No, but that was the real bad. And the whirlwind had lightning in it.
Tell us he going to visit this Egypt place. You know, come on the touch this Egypt. Like just the beginning. Nothing else started.
second and the when those things pass and signs, you know, come to pass. Then you know that the sign getting ready to visit you. So guess what? That only going to increase. You know, like when a woman going to give birth, and she coming down to that last trimester.
John 6.
It's Revelation 21 and 3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. See, Psalm 54, right? People may draw from morning. She is the sun, S-U-N, and what is daylight, sun, S-U-N. S-O-N is sun, so it's S-U-N. But the scripture says S-U-N, right? Because he's a day star. The day star is the sun. Right? God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying. Why? Because why? They have new bodies. Elect, the first fruit's going to have new bodies. The rest of you're going to die and come back through regeneration, reincarnation, meaning back, generate in the flesh, or carnation in the flesh, sorry, carnate in the flesh. So you're going to reproduce, right? A lot of sex.
That's right.
It says, and God will wipe away the tears, wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow. And don't worry, all the child's going to be speaking new. So we're not to change. Yeah, we're not to be no crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful.
That is a beautiful thing. Because, you see, Lord willing, when the end and that statue accomplished and that stone come in, that great stone, which is Yahusha, this is a whole different ball game. Level up. Level up. And as that time getting closer, as I was about to say, but I was going to read some more here. Alright? This woman, when the woman about to give birth, you know, your parents coming in more faster. Yeah, sharper. Sometimes they call it Braxton kicks. Last for a longer period. To start off with that 3 minutes, then after you go to that 10 minutes. You understand?
Closer it get to the pain, closer the pains get it, closer it get to the birth.
Right, and then guess what? There's more tribulation coming on the earth.
And birth is another way to say birth is what? Delivery. When the woman goes for that child, you understand? She had the doctor come out, it was a successful delivery. Deliverance. That's what that birth of that child represents.
Yep.
The Israelites being saved.
And that is a major part, because the man of the Lord going to be manifest during these times. When things going all back wide. Son, Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge.
It's not yet manifested who we be.
And Isaiah 32.
Shall see him as he is going to be just like this.
Just like it. Isaiah 32 and 2. A man shall be. When the scripture talk about a man shall be a hiding place, it wasn't talking about no ordinary man. It's talking about a man of the Lord. That is going to be a hiding place.
Like the real men, like the men who fulfill their duty. That was the whole duty of a man. As a man, you have a duty to fulfill, which makes you more a man. So when you say that a man will be a hiding place, is that man who fulfilling his duty, which is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
Jeremiah 13 and 6. Tell me what kind of man having right now. These man have a hand on their loins. Yeah.
Well, we're two or three are gathered in the name of the Lord, there's a church. He's in the midst. So we don't have a name like that. Building them.
Okay, so this prayer for people and things.
Not like that. We prophesy. We preach. Yeah, we prophesy.
So this prophesy, you can prophesy for anybody.
What we prophesy, we bring out the prophecies of the scriptures. What the Lord is going to do here in these last days.
In the last day.
Yeah.
And what you going to do to the unbelievers as well. So we really do prophesy to everybody, because once you're on this side, you're safe. But once you're not, once you're outside, unbelievers, yeah, that judgment coming.
Right, so this is like this is revolution time then. Prophesy.
The biblical time. Not just in the book of Revelation, but throughout the Bible, prophecies are happening. Who do you pray to? What is that?
Well, I just basically learning about the book. I learn about the book of Revelation, right? And I don't have to go any chair.
You're learning about the book of Revelation?
I learned actually I
From who?
graduate. I did it all online.
From who?
Which school?
A church organizing a
Asian church in Asia.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it
Joseph Prince's
most
part of
of
that
Chinese people or something?
Yeah.
You deal with Christ and Hong, that kind of?
No, not Christ Hansen. Christ Hansen, Lee Manley.
Lee Manley? First time
Manley.
I hear about
Man, he.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you pray to?
No, that's it.
I hope you learn
No,
from
I don't pray to him. No,
Okay,
they
we
don't-
pray to-
they-
we do
they
pray.
don't, they tell us don't pray to them. Right? They just have guide to show you the things that was going on in the parable.
So who do you pray to? Jesus?
Jesus is the Son of God. He's not.
What image they present? They present this?
They don't present him.
So they went through the revelation with you and they didn't tell you, well, this your God looks like you. They didn't tell you that. They don't want you to know that.
So this is what was like what it looked like.
We bring all the truth according to the Bible. So if you study the book of Revelation, in the first chapter it will show
Very
you
first chapter.
it will show you the description of the Lord.
Well, yeah,
The
you
very
saw
first chapter and the 7th verse
the
tell you that he's
voice.
coming back.
Right, you know, in the book where the angel, one foot was on the earth and one foot was on the sea, and it was, he said, he told the spirit of John, he the scroll and one prophesied
Right.
the kings,
The little book.
nations. No, the book sealed within a book. It is not a book, guys. It's not a book with the Bible, because that book was given in end time, which no man couldn't open because it was sealed.
So the book is not the Bible. Are you saying?
The book is a part of the Bible. It was sealed, and it's only one man was given.
So
the
which book is
So
that?
who's the man? Who's the man who's
The Spirit of John
Spirit of John.
on Patmos.
But Skip, they talk about in Revelation 5. They say study the Bible, right?
And it's, yes,
No,
I
they say study
the
Revelation. Now listen to this, right? Let's go and read something here. So that you can read that portion. It's Revelation chapter 5.
I'm not coming up against it.
No, we
But
don't.
it's safe.
We are having
yes, it's a
discussion.
truth here.
The
Okay.
reasoning.
It's Revelation chapter 5.
You have a husband? Yeah. Where is he?
He not here in Jamaica.
He was part of you going to that school?
No, he was not, but the children had one husband, one marriage, and he's supposed to be a part of us, but because of COVID, he wasn't able to come.
We prefer also to teach your husband and to teach women, right? We don't like teaching other men's women, right?
But the Bible says that when you are transforming you, you are no longer male or female.
True? Really?
Which
Yes,
part?
you
Which
come
part?
as
So
angel.
you are no longer female?
When you overcome, the word said that you are no longer male or female, but you're actually angel. You understand? Yes, you're no longer
Just wait, stop. Read Revelation
as
21 and 3.
male as female.
We're going to read from the same book that you said, right? Revelation 21 and 3.
This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God.
So the tabernacle of God is with men.
No, in
Just wait.
one kingdom,
Wait.
the white
That's not
God-
you're not here to teach.
They say I wasn't here to teach.
I'm not teaching. He said he read that. Right?
So let us break it down for you now. Right? Because the Lord, when the kingdom come, as it says in the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6, it says, as it is in heaven, it's going to be on earth. A woman is not another man, and a woman is a separate species, well not species, but she's a separate gender from a man. Right? Huh? What?
When you're in the Lord, you're no longer male or female. Are you saying? When the Lord came, was he male or female?
Real.
But
So
when
he said Adam
the Lord came,
But at the end of
that's
the
not,
day,
that's not weird. The Lord came and he came as a male, but when I am the Lord, I have no gender.
listen, Jesus said to the men, right? Jesus said to the men, and when the Pharisees were trying to trap him, right? He said that you are blind. And he said, it's best to take eye salve by eye salve and wash your eyes. Right? And then he describes in the Pharisees.
You mixing it up. That was the church of
What I'm
Laodicea.
saying is this.
I salve was mentioned to the church of Laodicea.
Right. What
Revelation
I'm
chapter
saying
2.
is,
Yeah.
in this book, when they finish, right, they read Revelation chapter 21 verse 1. The kingdom of God is going to overturn everything that is happening here.
What is the
He's
kingdom of
riding-
God? What is the
He
kingdom of God?
wait. I am saying he's riding on the white white horse
What is
and
the white horse?
conquering.
What is the
the
white
The
horse?
white horse is his army, is his
The
people.
white horse is the army.
Correct, is a kingdom that is coming here. When you read it, when you say, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Where are we going out of space? He's going to resurrect he's going to make everything pure here. His kingdom is going to reign. He's going to be the light. There's not going to be any more sun, no anything. It is figurative.
But they say, when the Lord created, let's not hold on. The Lord
It
said
is
when he
not
created everything,
straightforward.
he saw it
We
was
understand
good.
that.
He saw it was good. The Lord said.
He
when
said it was
created-
good.
Right,
but
so
listen,
where in the scripture it say he will not destroy?
Listen, at this junction, I'm going to tell you, at this junction, everything, right, is going to be destroyed. You know why?
Everything
Look,
to the earth going to be destroyed.
It
I was
is
gonna
not
ask that
going to be
question.
destroyed. The system.
System.
Everything is the system that is going on
you
right
just
now.
Which system? Which
This
system?
system is Babylon.
Which
Babylon is the church.
Babylon is the church.
Correct. The churches
Babylon is
that
part of-
form, the churches
church
that
wicked.
form upon
Babylon
their
is a
own.
land, man. Babylon is a land.
Ancient Babylon was in Iraq.
Yes, but what
Modern
I'm
Babylon
saying
is America.
if you are going with the word, you have to know that
If
the
you're
word
going with
is-
the what?
If you are going with the word, it's spirit.
Just so wait. You
It's not
wait,
just-
wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait,
just-
wait, wait,
it's
wait,
just
wait,
that
wait,
you saying
wait,
this
wait,
and
wait.
it's like
I want to
that.
ask a question. I'm not clear. I'm not clear. If we are going with the word, is what?
It's not just you saying one thing straight, it is also figurative language. So that if you say that,
So now you're teaching us that.
I'm not teaching you, I am saying what it is.
No, listen. You ain't tying up yourself.
How
You
am I
just,
tying up
you
myself?
just said there will be no more sun and moon.
Right. The moon and the sun will be the Father Himself.
Listen, when it says
Last
How
book,
much? That's all. Before you
last book he said, I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
wipe
no, I
out
know, I
any
know, I know.
tears from
But how
everybody's
much
eyes.
before because she gonna talk herself, she gonna what's the word circumulation? She'll talk herself-
circumlocution.
Right, she gonna talk around in circles. Right? So let me deal with this. No male or female, right? This is 1 Corinthians 15:45. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul. Because she mentioned that Adam was the first man, right? The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Now that last Adam was he didn't have a gender.
If he didn't have a gender, of course he had a gender. Right? Because God made Eve and for him. But what I want to say, son,
We mean,
I want to say, he made Eve out of Adam.
surgery.
He didn't have a surgery. Put
Nobody.
him to sleep, he took a rib out, and
How he
he
took
made
the
was
rib
the
out?
surgery.
How he took the rib out? He had
Okay.
to open Adam and take a rib out.
Okay. All right. Let me. You say I go in and spin around in circles, right?
I have a quick precept before
So the
you
Bible
go beyond.
didn't say that he took he made
I'm asking you
a
how
woman
he did
out.
it. If I asked if it was a surgery, you say no. So I'm asking you now, how would that happen?
Okay. So what did you believe that Adam just went by himself?
According to the Bible, and like you just said, a lot of the things we read are what? The F word.
So you're saying that it had no woman?
No,
I'm not
it's
saying
hard,
that.
it's hard woman. He created male and female, telling in Genesis 5.
So
He
he
called,
created-
and he called their name Adam.
Uh-huh.
In Genesis chapter 5,
The
verse
point
1.
is what I'm driving at is that in the book of Malachi, right? John the Baptist walked this earth.
John the Baptist walked the earth when he was Elijah. Calling the names here. When he was Elijah, he walked the earth as John, and then he walked the earth as Elder Abba Beverly. You wouldn't know about that.
Right?
You wouldn't know about that.
But I know that he walked the earth twice.
So that's
Believe
not.
Because
in
he was
reincarnation.
promised. Pardon me?
You believe in reincarnation?
Well, if he walked the earth twice, not just
He walked the earth
once,
3
what
times.
are you saying?
Reincarnation?
Exactly.
So you believe
So
in
then-
Believe in reincarnation.
So like yeah, so
the
when
word of
that's
God
not.
is simplifying itself.
So in John 10, sorry, Revelation 10, when you say he must prophesy again to kings.
Because that is the spirit. He
Right,
said,
right. So
I,
who was that?
John, you know,
Right. That's
was
some.
in the spirit.
So who was that? Who was
Right.
that? Who come to prophesy again? Can you see
Jesus
the
was talking to him.
No.
He came
No, you
and
didn't
Jesus
listen to the
came
question,
first.
no.
Listen to the question.
After Jesus
Listen to the
delivered-
question.
Listen to the question so you can answer that.
I
The
cannot
Lord-
answer any
The
question.
Lord was
You
telling them.
realize
I can only tell you what I know.
Now we tell you.
So you ain't answering me, but you could tell me what you
Oh,
know.
we know what I'm saying.
Because the Bible don't ever argue itself. right? We just explain what we know. That's
Now, well, the scripture say it's
But
a
it's
private interpretation. And a private interpretation.
Of one truth.
With a one truth.
But
Of
it's
one
not
truth.
one
And the
truth.
Lord himself in St. John 17, pray that his elect here will be now one truth as he is in oneness with his Father. We pray that they will be one as he is one. Or they are one.
Right.
In other words, having the same understanding.
Yeah, you want to read something?
Yeah, plenty things we want to read. I want to go back to male and female.
They are not
Well, I
like
should give she Timothy too.
I want to give her about
Yeah, go ahead with
as
Verse
well.
Timothy.
As
A woman should keep them on silence when they go in church. Well, I should give she that one.
And woman not supposed to teach.
Until you search authority. Well, I should read that one for she first.
I want to hear 1 Corinthians 11.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead with First Corinthians.
The 1 Corinthians 11 and verses, I'll start at 1. It says, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of the Messiah. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I have delivered them to you. But I would have
what
you...
remember me in all things and keep the ordinances that are delivered. So he offer a challenge.
Okay, where's
Yes, no,
the
you're
Father?
cutting the word, you're cutting the word.
That's not
Cutting
gonna bring
the
it
word, we
fair.
read it from the Bible.
No, he just said he commanded. You didn't straight forward say it.
Whoa, we are calm.
Okay, so what did it do, right? When you bring out the scripture, they will break it down and explain it to you so you understand it
Okay,
plainly. So
so-
that he just read it, so the brother
See,
going to
this is
explain to you.
Babylon.
This is where we cutting off here. This is where we cutting off here.
This is where-
This is where we're gonna say good night.
Okay, good night.
Thank
This is
you.
where the problem is because your interpretation is
I want to know if
Alright,
you
well,
read
well,
it.
alright, good. Good. I'm man from China. I'm man from China.
Teach you and your husband
First
can
Corinthians
just
14, Salakia. 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 34. Let your woman keep silent in the churches,
That's
for
right.
it is not permitted unto them to speak.
That's right.
That's
But
right.
they are commanded to be under obedience,
As
as also says the Lord.
That's right.
Yeah, you go ahead.
1 Corinthians 11 and 3 says, but I would have you know...
Praying fast. And that's it, the fast. You know, you're one ton.
I saw her right next to her, she if they all hard and fast, she breathing. And she trying to think.
Yeah,
She
you're
want
one
to
ton.
get she
Cause
skill. She want to skill. She felt.
She want to see what she knows. I learned this from Asia.
You're unattractive. You're unattractive and you're out of order.
You see Lee
You understand?
Lee Jong-un, they didn't teach her Lee Jong-un. Whoever that guy
Black woman. They miseducate
She was,
you
yeah,
on
she
one book
wanted.
in the Bible and you figure is the baddest thing.
She
there.
hurt
See what
and
she
she
said
going
about fan
home.
Yeah.
She wanted
She said I'm a fan of this. Stand up.
That is the diabetes.
One thing she say, right?
Yeah,
You know? He come
Yeah,
twice.
Kyle.
He come twice.
Yeah.
One thing. That's one thing.
Yaka say she hurt, she go, you know, man cry. Cannot.
She come 3 times. Come 3 times. Johnny Revelation.
No, well,
Sorry,
we know you come more than that, but with just the reincarnation
Yeah,
part, you know, the
reincarnation.
church don't teach that. Church don't teach that. So
Yeah, we're going to cut you on the surgery as well. We'll have no surgery.
I was actually going to read Genesis when Laban said.
Ah, but here, right here, 29, ah, but yeah.
It's a one-
You go, come, wait,
Little-
wait, said, wait, say, when they go to the Genesis
Yeah,
chapter 3, they talk about
Bones.
flesh and bone and rib, right? This is Genesis 29 and 13, and it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to him and met him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him in the space of a month. So at the end of the day, you know, you would have read that to hand. Angel, once you Wakal Kadash not dealing with you, right? That communication is not even not open to understand, to conceptualize what was just said.
8%.
Right? So that you give me yours.
Alright, there's 2 Samuel 5 and 1. It says, then came all the tribes of Israel to David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh.
Right, so it means your kinsman, your brother. Who's my brother? A Hebrew man and a Hebrew. Actually breaks it down into church between as well. Even Adam was of the same people, same kind, same clan.
Relatives.
Yeah. So with that we give all praises for
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Governor of South Forces and Elders are giving us usually really well. Society should take like legend in his room to sincerity. Shalom to the elect. Or what Lababad? Shalom. Brethren, come and boy. The Chinese man said